Do you want to be responsible for what happens in there, or do you want to change? What do you think about animals? Should we respect animals?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you reckon? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you reckon we should respect animals?
Just, I don't know. They don't exactly do anything to deserve what happens, do they?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that they suffer, feel pain, have emotion,
Yeah,
desire
course,
to
yeah.
live?
Yeah.
How do we justify doing any of that to them?
We don't really, do we?
No.
It's not really, yeah.
You can't think of any excuses, justifications, no reason why.
Not really, is there? I mean, food, but
Is that justified? Like, could we eat something else?
no.
What do you think?
I don't know, to be fair. Not sure.
Not sure?
No.
What stood out to you when you watched that? Any bits stood out?
Just sort of how cruel it is, really. Just like sort of, I don't know, just how harsh it is. Like,
Like, we've been inside farms, so as well as like street interviews, we go inside farms, we like film stuff, and
Right, yeah.
we go to slaughterhouses, and you see a lot of stuff, and you realise slaughterhouses have got like 12-foot spike walls. Like, they won't let you see nothing. You go to a slaughterhouse, we're in the middle of the country, they got 12-foot spike walls with CCTV everywhere. Like, high security. I've seen prisons with less security. You start thinking, like, why? Like, why do they not want me to see what's the other side of the wall, you know? Same as like with farms. They're all like hidden.
yeah.
You know, if they was transparent with the public, if they said to the public, listen, the reality of your pig bacon sandwich is a 6-month-old pig inside a gas chamber, would you still buy bacon? Right? And this is what's scary to the industry, because people like you who have got empathy and compassion, you see the reality of the injustice, and then you remove your support. When you remove your support, what do you think happens to their profit margins?
Lose money, don't they? So, yeah.
So they lose money. So they literally profit off of the injustice and the exploitation of an individual who's like a childlike sentient being who can't fight for themselves. And then they tell you, actually they're worse, because what they tell you is they go, listen, this is RSPCA assured, you got the red tractor certification. From a childhood, you were given books which had like happy farms on, cows just producing milk. So they haven't just been neutral with you, they've lied to you. And they said to you, by the way, did we do this in a really nice way? Animals are really happy. And when they go to a slaughterhouse, they just magically come out like a burger at the other end. So you're not to know, right? So in fact, you're told the lie, you're humane washed. And mainstream media controlled that. But where we've got activists now who are willing to go on farms, willing to go and investigate, we're able to show the reality to the people who are buying these products. Now you've seen the reality, what are you going to do?
Make a change, I suppose, yeah.
What change?
Buy less meat.
Would that be all right?
Yeah.
What, and how would you say that you could justify buying less?
What do you mean? Like,
So let's say you have 10 chickens a week right now, and you're only going to have 2.
yeah.
So these 8 chickens we can move and put back over here, but these 2 go into that slaughterhouse. How do you say it's okay to do it to these 2, but it's not okay to do it to them 8?
Yeah, I suppose you can't really, can you?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not judging you, mate. I'm not judging you. And everyone's first instinct is reduce, do less, go vegetarian. People like, you know, we have these like knee-jerk reactions to limit it because we know it's inherently bad. But we immediately try and reduce it because we're fearful of actually stopping. But what would stop you? Like, what would be the fear of stopping?
Nothing, I suppose. I mean, vegan options are quite good now, aren't they?
Easy,
quite
mate.
here,
I'll tell you what, mate. It's one thing that will ring true for any vegan you speak to, is they'll go, man, I never knew it was so easy, and I wish I did it earlier. Because, mate, I had pizza last night. You know, I'm gonna have burger and chips tonight. Like, you know, boss, get the vegan one. No one gets hurt.
Well,
You know, and if I want to be healthy, of course, I got the healthier options. But when I'm eating burgers and pizzas, I'm not eating them for health anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So we got all these options. But for you, the difference is when you go into a supermarket, you shop on this shelf, no one gets hurt. You turn your back and you shop on this shelf, and you're responsible for what happens in there. Do you want to be responsible for what happens in there, or do you want to change?
Change.
Right? It's as simple as that. Let me give you this, mate, because
Yeah.
this website and this code here gets you in.
Right.
Challenge 22 is on that website, right? You just put your email in. Doesn't cost you any money. But what you do is you get a mentor for 22 days.
Right.
And if you truly don't want to be responsible for violence towards animals anymore, they'll back you up and they'll give you all of the resources you need. This is where to shop. This is where to like find whatever you like. And they just give you 22 days worth of backup basically to align your actions and your morals. If you truly are against what you sin, if you truly do believe that reduction's not enough, you know, we wouldn't say anything else, would we? Imagine if I said to you, what's your name by the way? Matt, I'm Steve. If I said, mate, I'm going to be racist 7 days a week, and you said, mate, you shouldn't be racist, just be racist on a Wednesday. That would never be your advice, right? You'd say, mate, don't be racist. Same with the animals. These victims can't defend themselves, they can't speak up for themselves, they are completely locked away, and their only hope of being free is you making a decision and changing.
Right.
All right, mate.
Yeah,
be vegan, mate.
Mate.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Grab one of these, they're vegan chocolate bars, mate.
Right.